Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel! It's Eulite, and today I'm going to be building a rustic cabin for The Sims 4. This is the 20 by 20 residential lot in Windenburg, and I chose it because of the fishing spot right next door. It is currently summer, and I was inspired to build this cabin as I was thinking of places that I would love to escape to, since I am currently in the middle of a heat wave. My apartment does not have air conditioning, and it's nice to daydream about how lovely it would be to be up in cottage country, or to have easy access to a lake, beach, or stream, and just dip my feet in the water to cool off. My dad's side of the family used to own a cottage, and I have a lot of great memories of getting to go up on weekends. Usually, as soon as we got there, my brother and sisters would beg our parents or an aunt or uncle to take us swimming at the lake when we weren't yet old enough to go on our own. My siblings and cousins used to spend a lot of time up at the park. It was also really nice getting to share big family meals. Once it was time to head home, we usually stopped on the way out of town, and we got to have ice cream cones. Our cottage had an interesting collection of older and newer furniture items, and that was what influenced me with how I wanted to decorate this cabin. I had started out thinking I wanted to choose blue swatches to complement the orange tone floors, but as I started to decorate the living room, you'll see that I picked the yellow and green couch from Cats and Dogs, and that was when I decided that I wanted to feature green instead. Speaking of summer, did you see that this week the Sims team announced that the hashtag Summer of Sims wasn't over yet? The news shared that we will be getting a new kit and a game pack update before the summer ends. I was watching a video by Lil Simsy listening to her thoughts about the tweet, and she had brought up the clip of the Sims that were jumping into a pool that had accompanied it. She mentioned that some players were guessing the game pack might be Spa Day, and with the wording they used, I do feel like that's a real possibility. But I also agree with her take, and that it was hard to tell if the clip that was used was a hint about which game pack might be getting the update, or if they simply just used it because Sims swimming could also just be related to Summer of Sims. So right now I'm just working on finishing up the bathroom, and I went with the sink from the country kit because I thought the curtain was perfect for the rustic feel I was wanting to capture. I finished the bathroom by adding in the small cupboard and mirror from Cats and Dogs, and I used the bath mat that came with Parenthood. I'll be moving on to the dining area next, and as you see, I end up picking the table that came with Snowy Escape, and I picked the orange tone chairs that came with Laundry Day. Although I wanted to add some decorations to the rooms, I didn't want to overdo it since they were smaller spaces, and I didn't want to cause any issues with Sims not being able to walk around. I also just didn't want to add too much furniture and drive up the cost. Also, considering that this was meant to be a rustic cabin, I didn't think too much furniture might be left up here, since this might just be a place that someone comes up to for the weekend, and they wouldn't need to have a lot of items. Next is the bedroom. I only included the one room with this build, as I thought that if your sim needed extra space for guests, that they could always use one of the tents and have a sleepover outside. I picked the metal framed bed from Cottage Living because it was similar to one of the beds that we had at the cottage, and I just thought that the yellow plaid swatch was perfect for the outdoorsy feeling. The dresser with the mirror was also reminiscent of something that we had up at our cottage, and I imagined a sim could have easily picked it up at the market in San Myshuno if it was not already in their possession. Using the rug from Cats and Dogs, as well as the curtains from that set as well, I work on finishing off the room before I move on to the living space. The last area to furnish indoors is the sitting room, and I used the beautiful fireplace that came with Cottage Living. I thought I was going to incorporate more furniture items from Outdoor Retreat, but as I already mentioned, I do end up switching the couch to the one that came with Cats and Dogs. One of the things that has been eye-opening for me is that even when I think I have a plan, I really don't, and I have a lot of respect for builders that have the vision and can stick with it. I suppose I could have edited out the footage of me going back and forth with furniture or color swatches, but if you are like me, then you might like getting to see the whole process. If you have any tips or tricks, then I would love to hear them. Comment down below to let me know how you like to prepare for a build. Do you have a plan ready to go, or do you like to keep things easy breezy and are okay with making changes along the way? I thought I was just about done with the sitting room by using the coffee table from Snowy Escape and the same rug that I used in the bedroom. I chose the matching ruffled curtains from Cats and Dogs, and I end up liking that yellow swatch so much that I make the same for the bedroom as well. Here I am back in the kitchen after deciding that I wanted to feature green instead of blue, and after updating the cupboards I had second thoughts about the original layout of the sitting room and I changed it all up. I was thinking of using the rocking chair that came with Nifty Knitting, but I do end up selecting the matching Cats and Dog armchair. Instead of the coffee table from Snowy Escape, I picked the coffee table and side table that came with Outdoor Retreat. You'll see that I make those changes shortly, and as well that I also opt for a larger window instead of the two smaller windows on the wall. While decorating, I was thinking about what kind of activities I wanted to include in this build, and although painting came to mind first, I ended up placing the guitar that came with Outdoor Retreat. I really liked the clutter item that came with Cottage Living that has the basket with pillows and a blanket, and I found a swatch that matched the couch perfectly and I thought it looked really nice in the room. Things end up looking a little dark, so in addition to the lamps that I had already placed, I do add wall sconces. And using the debug item, I grabbed the mounted fish plaques, since I thought that a sim that was into fishing would also like to have displayed their prize catches. I was hoping to be able to find more fishing related items in the debug menu to decorate this cabin, but wasn't able to, but hopefully on your end you'll be able to find them yourself and add them if you do use this build. And now the last part of the video will be to decorate the outdoors. When it comes to placing plants and trees, I tend to like to pick similar trees that are already in the world near the lot I am building on. I like how it helps my build fit right in, and that it could be added seamlessly into someone else's game. When I'm landscaping, one of my favorite plants to use is this low-lying bush with the small yellow flowers. It's one of the plants that looks great up against the wall or even on its own, and it also looks great when you layer it with other plants. And as you'll see, the flowers that I'm picking just to put around the cabin are from 3 different plants that are from Outdoor Retreat. I was thinking of trying out the new pond tool and from the terrain tool, but I didn't think it was really necessary given that this lot is right next to 2 different water sources, but I look forward to trying it out in future builds. For the pathways from the front and side entrance stairs, I used the stones from the debug menu. They definitely lend themselves to feeling more rustic for the outdoors and not as manicured as the other floor tiles can sometimes look. I like how the terrain paint looks sprayed around them, as it gives a bit more character for the build, and it adds a bit of realism that the ground would be worn down over time from use. We are just about at the end of this video, and before the screenshots come up, I wanted to share just how much I've been enjoying creating content for YouTube and seeing the new subscribers to my channel this past week. It really has been exciting to see notifications on my end that someone has subscribed, and it's been amazing to see views on my videos go up. Thank you so much if you are one of the returning viewers, and if you're brand new to my channel, then I want to say welcome, and thank you for clicking on this video and giving me a chance. I've recently started a Cottage Living Rags to Riches series, and I'm going to be working on getting more videos out for that soon. If you've enjoyed yourself today, I hope you will subscribe for more content and that you'll give this video a thumbs up. As well, please feel free to leave any feedback or comments down below and ring the bell for notifications. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope I get to see you again next time.